Hey, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome aboard. Good to see you, and thanks for dropping by today's video on City Bus Manager, a game that, as of today, is entering into its 1.0 full release, no longer an early access game, and a game that's been around since about 2022 when we first took our first look at it. And man, oh man, the developers have done a lot of great work. If you've ever wanted to build a bus depot anywhere in the world, this one does allow you to basically go to Google Earth or whatnot and pick a spot and basically start building a bus depot. You can do all sorts of things like bus maintenance and have passengers show up, and even do different types of things like washing of the buses, managing the drivers, and even building the depot itself, which is really nice. And it really reminds me of Parkitect with how the art style looks, and I just love absolutely everything about it. Now, there's a couple of things here to note. First of all, the developers have done a great job of something that I think every early access game should do, which is where you can request features. If you click this button here, it'll tell you basically everything that they're considering working on, and you can vote here with the rest of the community on what you want to have happen first, or make suggestions on Discord or whatnot. But this is built into the game, and this is outstanding. So if you ever wanted a feature here like, I don't know, custom advertisements or whatever, a lot of these features are probably already in or going in very soon. This allows you to look and see what they've done in the past, what they're going to do in the future, and it just makes you feel like you can actually vote with your dollar, like you bought this game or want to buy this game, and when you do, you get to request additional features and vote on it, which is really cool. Now, this game, for its release, is on sale for, I think, $35 with its DLC, $29.99 for the base game, and $9.99 for the DLC. Now, a little thing here that I don't really like, although you could tell me if you differ on this, is that this game had a DLC for e-buses come out before its full release. However, I guess it does help to keep the base cost of the game down at $29.99 and adding additional content that is optional for the player if they want to. Otherwise, there are mods, which are listed down here too. So, one thing that I really like seeing is, yeah, the whole features thing, but I'm not sure how I feel about developers making DLCs for games before they're actually released. I see that a few times, and players are a little skeptical, but it does help to support the indie guys in making a game without raising the price for everybody, and it's optional for those who may consider themselves to be mega fans, and I think that's okay then. If you want to do it, then you can, and it helps to keep the base price down. And we've all played games before where, you know, we've started at $39, $59, $69, and then, of course, have invested hundreds and maybe thousands of hours, and then the same with dollars. So, anyway, welcome aboard, and good to see you all here. This game is really neat. I just love it. It's great, and that's why it's on the channel. So let's get started with our first look at City Bus Manager. Let's go. All right, can you guess where we are right now? I'll help to narrow it down for you. So, we're in an ancient city in Europe. I know, really narrows it down, right? From medieval times. And there's a famous bridge that goes across a river. I know. And there's also a castle over on this side. Well, there's also a developer somewhere over here by the name of Warhorse Studios, and they're making a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance. And I may have mentioned this city before in some of my travels on Instagram and whatnot. That also has a famous building, a hotel by the name of Dancing House. If you haven't guessed it yet already, or if you're from the Czech Republic or Prague, you've probably guessed that, yes, indeed, we are from Praha, or that's where we will be from shortly, aka Prague. There's the beautiful Karl Bridge right here, the old city on either side, and beautiful buildings leading all the way up to the castle, and different embassy grounds. I think the Swedish embassy is around here, and a few other beautiful, beautiful things. Yeah, you can see all the different structures. Gorgeous. But we're going to be focusing, I think, somewhere over here where there's, well, a large rail line. That means a train station somewhere nearby, and that means synergy for us too, because if we have trains everywhere, that means we probably have trams that, yeah, go along the river this way. You can see the tram line going up past Dancing House and many other stops along the way. This is going to give us a lot of opportunities to connect our people together, but we should first build our depot somewhere where we can connect to the roads. But I don't want to try to bulldoze a building or something like that. We want to have some friends here, so rather than bulldozing an existing building, maybe we'll build it in a little forested area or a park or some blank land, and we'll try to place our depot there, somewhere close to the center of the city, but out of the way. And wow, does this already look like Project Zomboid to you? I think so, at least the perspective and some of the looks of the sidewalk or whatnot. But hey, welcome to the map. So we're going to set up our service center, and you can see here with this chain link fence, this is the area in which we're restricted to. There's a fence on, or rather a road on the other side of that fence, and we can connect all the way through, and then we can, of course, build like a terminal, different maintenance bays. We could build a car wash. We could build so many different areas for storage. In fact, this game allows us to like store maintenance parts like engines, extra tires, V-belts, air conditioners, whatnot. We can have that all on call for our maintenance personnel to put into the buses or to exchange or whatnot. And these, of course, are all of our buses for now. But we can get many more than just those. If we go to research, you can see all the different things we can unlock. And there's a hell of a lot of research to be done. And we can also specialize to what we like the most in the game, as well as hiring staff to keep care of the things like break rooms and bathrooms and to clean the buses and to keep work areas tidy. And all of our people will be coming in from here. So just imagine this building being beautiful. Like we'll have a couple of corridors, kitchens, break rooms, hallways, other things like that. And that's exactly what they're going to have us do and set up over on the right side. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and jump into the build menu. And we're going to start by building ourselves filling the empty service area with some office space. So we're going to be converting an empty hall to some service desks, and that's where our people will be able to help other people. It'll be good people helping good people. So let's go ahead and plop those down, and then they also want us to provide 2 seating options, so a couple of chairs for people to wait in while they're getting their information or waiting on their bus or whatnot. And again, this will get much, much bigger. This is going to be only a simple start to the game. We're going to be taking up a ton of space over time. So now they want us to build an office corridor. So we'll go down to the office tab and we'll start by clicking on something down here. Yeah, you want to build it here to be able to build space. But we can also, I believe, build walls this way. So if you want to build a wall within an existing open space, you can kind of separate rooms. So you can build like one large area and then start cutting that down into like multiple offices, for example, without having to do like cubicles. But you can kind of make something like that by making those smaller offices. Let's get back to the corridor then. We'll build ourselves a corridor first, and we need to make it a 5x3. So let's go ahead and move it off this way. We can actually kind of like do something like this. We may make it a little longer than 5x3, but and we could even do a 3x5. That's fine too. That should count. Yep. Corridor must be accessible via one door, so we can go ahead and plop a door down here. We'll use this tinted door. Yeah, it's been tainted, corrupted. Let's build an office room, 6x4. So that'll be the next thing on the list. That can be right over here. We could kind of maybe put this on the edge here. But that might actually prevent us from expanding the this hall by blocking it over here. But that's okay. Like, we can completely demolish all this stuff later, and that's totally fine. We can completely rebuild everything. And I find that to be fun, where sometimes I know I'm cutting myself off and then have to kind of work around that. I kind of find it to be more interesting that way. Okay, we now need to plop down a standing desk. All right, that's cool. So where would that be? Down there. Standing desk, and we'll probably put that somewhere towards the back of the room. And it looks like the game already automatically tried to put in some windows for us, but I think we can also put in more on our own. That's kind of nice. Now we need to build a break room for our staff, so let's plop that down. And maybe we'll put that attached to the corridor somewhere. Oh, maybe over on this side. That'll be cool. This one has to be a 5x5, so we can go ahead and expand that a little bit. There we go. And we can plop down yet another door. I guess we'll make this one see-through. That's okay. Privacy for the office, privacy so people can't see into the corridor. But yes, the break room is a public spot for the workers, so that's totally fine. We need to put an armchair in there. Let's put a big O armchair right there. Maybe in that corner. Boom. Very nice. And now on to building a kitchen. All right, something for everybody to heat up their lunch and put their feet up, I suppose, and chat. A little gossip, maybe. 4x4 for this room, so we can tag this onto the break room here if we want to. But I think we'll put it here. Let's do a 4x4. And then we'll add some doors so that way people can go through each of the areas. There's going to be a lot of doors in there. Let's put one over here and one over here. Perfect. Okay, now we need to place a fridge in the kitchen. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And we'll also need a vending machine. No chairs though, huh? Not yet anyway. These are just the basics. We can always add more to these rooms too as time goes on, or we can add them right at the start. Alright, now to build a bathroom. Pretty amazing, by the way, that we've done so much in just a short amount of time. The building is very quick and easy. That's very nice. It's satisfying to build a room and not necessarily frustrating or that you have to work around a system, but everything's all squares, so... Now I wonder, should this be a bathroom for the public or for the workers or a mix? I guess we can try to build it over here, and we'll do a mixed bathroom. That'll be a 3x3. We'll have this with the customer in mind, as well as our staff. Let's go ahead and put a tinted door there. Wow, cruel. You can put a a regular door there. Okay, we also need to put down a toilet. So that is right there. Not a stall, though. So it'll be like a kind of a one-person bathroom and not like a large public bathroom. And we'll plop that over to the side. Wow, no sinks or anything. But those are things that we'll build later. I think they're just trying to teach us the basics. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our first buses. Build at least one more piece of road and place 2 bus bases on the premises. All right, let's do that then. So let's build. I think that's under street. Build street. Do they mean... I think by street they mean road. Hopefully they do. Yep. place 2 bus spaces on your premises. So we can go ahead and plop those down too. And then can we go this way? No, it cuts over the fence. But we can go this way. So let's go ahead and plop down 1 more street. Now let's do 2 more. And then these are, we want small buses for now. I think we can plop that down here. We'll start with 2 bus parking spots there. And then we need to buy 2 buses. All right, we're getting into the business of bussing. Finna be bussing. All right, let's go ahead and go with the Sprinter. That can hold 30 passengers. Let's try to get 2 of those. Oh, look, you can buy in bulk up to 10. Let's just go with 2 mini buses, and then you can see what they come with too. So all these things have to be considered. We could also buy buses used, which is pretty amazing. You could actually buy a crappy bus and refurbish it a little bit, saving you quite a bit of money if you've got a lot of the parts on hand. But some of these are in absolutely abysmal condition, but you know, might save you in a pinch if there's no new if you don't have enough money for a new bus or have tons of parts on hand. They're pretty cool to see that they do have, you know, things like obviously an engine, but maybe the used buses won't. But routers, so we can actually have Wi-Fi on the buses. You may have noticed this earlier, but there is a Wi-Fi router under the replacement parts. And then we have ourselves a few things like the premium seats that we can upgrade to and charge more. And then we have also USB charging ports, air conditioning, like I mentioned, lights, wiper. I think that'd be the exterior lights. I hope a bus would come with that, especially if it's new. Let's go ahead and buy 2 then. Oh, look at that. We can customize. So we can actually throw our logo on here. I think maybe the devs gave me a file once to be able to throw my own logo on the side. But you can basically do anything you want. Save and load stuff. I think you can even share from the workshop if you'd like to. So let's go with something maybe white and blue. Oh, I don't like the red top like that. Let's go with maybe a red color. I think the trams are red. I can barely remember, but yeah, there you go. Let's go with the red and white then, and they should be here shortly. All right, cool. So now we need to place 6 lockers in the corridor hall. There comes our buses. Beautiful. We need to hire 2 bus drivers. I guess they're autonomous. They're AI self-driving. Nobody's driving those buses. Nah, somebody dropped them off and they probably got picked up. Okay, hire a mechanic, researcher, cleaner, and hire a service employee. So we got a lot of business to do here. So let's get back to building. We need to buy 6 lockers for the hall. That's a lot. Go back to the corridor. There's our lockers. It looks like we could put those in any room, actually. So maybe we could put those in the break room. We could put 3 in there maybe for the drivers. And then maybe we could put 1 in the office for the person in the office. No. So it has to be in the corridor or in the break room, because we're kind of running out of space. Actually, we could do 5 here. And then I could do 1 in the hallway. Or maybe another one here. Nah, the hallway will look all right. Put that there. Perfect. Okay, let's buy 2 or hire 2 bus drivers for 2 buses that we just bought. So that'll be staff. And then we'll hire based on bus driver. So we can sort by bus driver, mechanic, researcher, cleaner, and service employee. I wonder what the difference between mechanic and service employee is. That might be cleaners. No, that they've got their own tier. Anyway, let's go ahead and hire skill and friendliness. Well, that's really good. 14 an hour. It's not too bad compared to 12 for nothing in return. Let's go with that one. And another one here. Katara Zinkarus. Let's go with that one as well. Bendy, but, you know, actually quite skilled. That's good. Now we need to hire a mechanic. I'm going to try to just go for the best of the best here. And let's go for a researcher. There we go. Radovan. And then we need a cleaner. And finally, a service employee. Perfect. All right, every employee needs a locker. So every time we want to hire somebody, we need to give them a locker so they can bring their stuff from home, their lunch, whatever, change into their appropriate uniform. Although I guess we don't have to give private changing rooms, so that's all right. That's a cost-saving measure for us. Build a gas station. Gas stations must be connected to the street. I'm really impressed with how quickly, like I can, you know, I'm kind of going slow to explain how I'm building stuff here, but it does remind me of like the movies or Blockbuster Incorporated, almost building like a movie lot. And the music is certainly poppy, too. So I like that. I like the music. All right, gas station time. Where would that be? Gas station must be connected to the street. So that must be under street then. And, oh, we also have our options for bus washes, too. Yeah, cool. All right, well, there was the gas station right here. And, yeah, we even have a paint shop. Let's go. That's cool. Let's go ahead and plop the gas station down. And we can always move these things too. Nice thing is, there's a wonderful little option at the top to be able to move these things. So if you happen to get the eBus DLC, which I'm playing without at the moment, unfortunately, but I will be coming back to live stream this game in the future. So if you'd like to see more of this one, make sure you smack that like button and subscribe. And let me know you're new here down below in the comments section too. Would love to say hello to all the friendly new people who've joined. And who also maybe have become members, because if we play this again, we could always come back to, like anyone could, and move our stuff around very easily to accommodate for new DLC stuff. So that's quite convenient. In fact, let's say we want to move this down and place our... Yeah, it's free to do. Place our little car wash down. Bus wash, I should say. Plop that down here next to it. And there you go. Making things look real nice. Looks like it'll be an enclosed building, too. So... All right, place a lifting platform down. Let's continue to build our road. We're leaving a little extra room for our buses to, you know, have a couple of extra friends, but we can always reorganize that. We'll just squish these together now for, you know, money problems. We don't want to spend too much money. Place a lifting platform standard. Is that under street? Lifting platform. There we go. Little maintenance area. Build a warehouse 4x4. We should probably build that next to the lifting platform. That's where a lot of repair parts will be stored. And hopefully we're able to build that and connect that next door. We could build a door there, it looks like. Warehouse must be accessible via a door. Oh, awesome. Very nice. So it doesn't have to be connected. We could build a, you know, like a separate large warehouse where the warehouses have to go outside to get their stuff, but still cool. Place a garage shelf in the warehouse, all right? Is that it? Package shelf? There we go. Your first bus route. Oh, we've done it! We're finally at the point where we get to build our own bus route. Beautiful. All right, it's best to start with a central bus route with 10 to 15 stops. Okay. And we better get on that by clicking on the world map. So here? Oh, yes. Okay. All right, then. Well, we can start down by the old river, then. We'll go ahead and jump down to... actually, we'll work our way north along the river and then see if we can make our way back. So we'll try to make bus stops along the same route as the tram. They're going to hate that, but, you know, this is probably the worst decision. But I just want to do it so we can see the river that way. What is this? Public service line. Oh, are these competitors? Create a bus route with specific requirement. The revenue from ticket sales will go to the client. Oh, I see. They want us to make a bus that goes out there, for example. Is this where that large tower is? No, I think that's... no. I've climbed the large tower in Prague. It kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower a little bit. Not really, but it's made of that kind of iron. So if we include these folks, they'll give us like a bonus, I believe. Oh, there we go. Praha itself. Superland. What is Superland? Better be an amusement park. Okay, well, we'll try to do something like that. We can do our own bus route or theirs. Building a line. Right, so points of interest will link passengers to higher ridership. So obviously monuments and places that I mentioned before with trams or docks or hospitals, that'll all be important. And then they walk up to 250 meters between stops. So, good thing to consider. So this is kind of the coverage area of 250 meters. So let's start down here. Wait, can we build our own stops or no? Oh, we can. Okay. Let's undo that. Okay, and then we can name them. Our station is here, so let's go ahead and start down at the bottom. And we'll have the first stop here. Yep, next to the tram. And the tram should be running on the road at a certain point. It looks like it's separated, but it should be on the road. Oh, well, here it goes onto the road. Okay. Pretty sure it's actually on the road the whole time, but... Alright, let's go ahead and plop down a route here. And again, we got to be 250 away, so let's go ahead and start here. And they want 10 to 15. But we could have a little overlapping here. That's okay. It's more convenient for the customers that way. Oh, there's like shopping centers here for sure. They're going to want to get on and off the bus there. And then again at this corner. I think every intersection is probably going to be a good spot just right before. People are going to love that in traffic. They're going to love it. Alright, and then one at Dancing House. Looks like I'm building on the edge of each circle here. Another one here at this restaurant. And then right here at that institute. I think the National Theater, or the Prague Theater's around here somewhere, as well as some other buildings right up here by the bridge. A couple of different conference halls or concert halls that were built at different times. Okay. I hope these are roads that I'm building on. I don't think they're pedestrian paths, but if so, I'll make some new laws, brother. Okay, let's go up to smiley face there for what should be a monument, but we're going to go all the way up to this next intersection. How many are we at now? Oh, it actually tells you how long the route will take to ride, and we can change the color too. We'll make this we'll make that red so you can actually see it next to the river. Oop. And then let's continue. So yeah, if you like Cities in Motion, which is a game that the folks who worked on City Skylines made before making City Skylines, you'll like this, and vice versa. Well, of course, also City Skylines as well, and of course Transport Fever. Always outstanding games to play for sure. Go ahead and plop that here next to the theater. So what are we up to for stops? We've got 2, 4, let me count again, 2, 4, 6, 8, I think 10 at this moment. So let's circle back. Because they did try to keep it down to 15. I'd like to go up to this bridge here, though, first. And I think we'll stay on the inside of these buildings. We'll circle back that way. It looks like it wants us to build one there, so let's go there. That may be where there's already a pre-existing bus stop in real life. And or may overlap with some of the other goals. But we'll go down here. I do like overlapping, though. Gives the passengers options for a few different stops depending on when the bus is arriving. And then we'll link all the way back down to the bottom. Now, too many buses as well. Have really 10 minutes to go that whole route? I don't think so. Not in Prague's traffic. Hell no. Let's see. Maybe if you're taking the tram. I'd like to go... Wow, this is like a chess move. Well, then again, we're in Old Town, so we're going to try to sneak through just a little bit through the center. Try to build down there. Oh. What cannot be reached? I guess those are footpaths, or maybe no vehicle access. We'll build that away. Undo that. Build here instead. And then there's a road that we could take down here. We'll head to that road. Ooh. Wow. Oh, may as well take advantage of that. And we'll start heading down this way. Now, I hope the game is actually putting these on the right sides of the street, because this is should be accessible via bus on this road. Okay, there we go. Although, I don't know why it goes that way. What the hell? Okay, I don't think it thinks that there's a road here. Although, clearly with this road coming down to the bridge, there's clearly a road there. It may be one way, but I don't think that's the case. But anyway, instead of wondering and struggling against it, let's just go ahead and work around it then. And we'll come down here to the train depot. Or at least... it looks like a giant supermarket a little bit. So let's try to go through here. Ah, beautiful. We'll cut through to the train. And then we'll just try to go back to the depot. So because they kind of said to keep it short and sweet, and for the purposes of this video, rather than picking every perfect spot, I'm just going to go ahead and loop it right back around and call it good. There we go. I would add much more, but we've got the perfect spot along the river, and those are pretty good spots there. So... very nice. Let's accept. Alright, there's our timetable, so we can kind of adjust things accordingly based on rush hour and see exactly what the forecast for tomorrow will be. Yeah, expected passengers. Look at that. So from anywhere from I'd say from 0 to 5:30, but it all depends. And then of course we're gonna add more buses. So yeah, first ride is at 5 a.m. and then the last one's at 20. So not bad. Which depot should this bus be assigned to? Depot. Can we make multiple depots? I didn't know that. Didn't even think about that. But anyway, let's activate the route. Then we'll be able to see the buses, I'm pretty sure, go around the route by watching from the map. And or by going back to the world map. Or the bus map here from the world map. So they're basically at the end of their shift. I don't even think they'll leave. They're yeah, they're about like, what, 40 minutes away from the end of the day. So yeah, they're not going anywhere, but they'll start the next day. So, oh, and look at that, we can time jump. They've even anticipated that. Finances, sell 20 tickets. 4:17 a.m. Ah, perfect. So like a whole, like 12 hours later. Okay, complete 10 tours successfully, or at least the morning of the next day. Tours, tickets, finances. Click on the account balance. And there's our money so far. So yeah, all in the negative. We've been spending money. We've been buying buses and building buildings. That's all to be expected. And then we'll add some cash here shortly. So not too bad. And then assign a shift. And we should be able to assign another bus that route, I think, too. Oh, look at that. That's cool. You could see the cleanliness inside and outside. So, of course, a cleaner can go in there, but outside it's better to use the bus wash. Then the actual condition of the vehicle and the fuel. And there's a little bit less fuel because, of course, they had to drive it here and drop it off. So, pretty cool. Can we assign another driver this bus? Vehicle group, minibuses. Fleet number. Wow, we even have a license plate. We can customize the license plate on the vehicle. That's outstanding. That's really cool. All right, let's go back to bus fleet in the depot. And we'll assign this one the next shift, wherever I can do that. Next shift, none. I want to be able to assign that other driver there. Equipment, there's our upgrades there. We can also paint it again, but we'll need to do that here. You'd think they would send the buses off somewhere else. I don't think they'd have a whole like painting area here, unless we, of course, I suppose we have 100 buses here, then yeah, that maybe becomes a little bit more feasible. But certainly not at the beginning. But it is still cool for gameplay mechanics to actually do it here. That's kind of nice. Well, let's see if we can assign somebody to this bus. Can we see who we have hired? My employees, okay. So bus driver drives bus from 4. Oh, this guy's at home. Apply to bus novice? Bus driver at home. Train. Oh, we can give them training. Interesting. I can't have him work for me here, though. Maybe he'll take the next shift. Maybe when this guy goes on break, he'll take over or something. I don't know. Let's see. So 20 tickets and 10 tours. Those are the goals. Where's our bus? Whoa. Oh, dude, he's already done like a whole lap. Ah, 10 tours is going around 10 times. Okay. Hey, we've already had 18 riders. Not bad for like an unknown bus service on day 1. Very cool. Okay, and you can see how many passengers are on board. So 5 out of 30. So not too many people riding, but still worth it to have 2 buses going. I think this could be a little more easier to understand. I know I'm missing something here, but clearly when I click on the bus, I should be able to see driver information and route information. And it does have grouping, but it's not so clear. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit. Now, it's now Tuesday, isn't it? And we've got a 5-star service. What does that mean exactly? Ratings. Oh, they all default, I guess, to 5 because we have nothing. But there's all the things we'll be judged on by the public. Punctuality, cleanliness, enough free seats, travel comfort, internet, bus, driver style. Oh, boy. If they're aggressive or whatnot. Very, very interesting. Driver friendliness, technical condition of the vehicle, no failed shifts, driving intervals, so a number of buses really. Ticket prices, bus quality. Bus stop quality. Wow. Service center waiting time, service center friendliness, and not overcrowded at the service center. All right, increase your bus network. Create more bus routes to connect 13% of the buildings and points of interest to your bus service. Afterwards, use buses on the new routes. Oh, they want us to build another new route and complete 10 tours. Okay, so I guess we're going to build another route. So I guess we'll send the second bus on that one, which honestly could just be this route in reverse. It really could be. But we could try to take this one going to... I mean, we could go across the river and come back. We could do the river loop. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll have this bus go clockwise across the river. Oh, we're starting a new bus line. I don't want to upgrade our buses, but... Bus routes, new route. Oh, we could name our routes too. Perfect. Let's go ahead and start our own route. Remember, we're going to try to keep the number down a little bit. I don't know why they keep wanting us to go... There's not one ways here. Also, can I change the color of this new route? Not... Yeah, let's do yellow. There we go. Do a darker yellow. Cool. Okay, so our first stop will be... Maybe we could just go across the river to begin with. Okay, so it's thinking that that is over there. We're on the struggle bus right now, trying to get the game to identify our... Now it wants to go back up this way. There we go. Okay, then we got to go past Carl Bridge. Don't think we can cross it unless we're up here. Oh, the zigzagging through the city is crazy. Alright, and back around. And maybe we'll go away from the shoreline this time. Go through the center. Oh no, through Old City. The minefield. It's a minefield here. Just crazy one-ways, narrow avenues and streets. Oh boy. Let's see. But I don't think this game has this problem all the time. I think sometimes it's just, again, just like a game called Infection-Free Zone. The game is trying to take real-world information and sometimes gets confused as to whether or not a road is actually a road, or if a giant parking lot is a highway, or vice versa, or if a, you know, like an airport tarmac could be a road. It's not perfect, but it does get pretty close. And there are some suggested routes, too, in the game that the developers recommend. So you pick a nation, and they'll kind of pick a road for you. For roads? Alright, we're linking back to 1 this way. Oh my god. Wow, it wants to go that way to go back to 1? Whatever. I'm going to accept it. I don't want to fight it. Be here all day. That's all good. Activate bus route. Okay, back to the depot. Yeah, so it takes a little finagling, a little fiddling, but you can make it happen. There, we're assigning the shift that way. Okay, so that's why they wanted us to do that. Very nice. So then from here on out, we're making money. I mean, it won't be much, but now we double down on the amount of buses we have in each route. So I think 2 buses on Route A and 2 buses on Route B will be enough to, between those, what, 10 to 15 stops, should be able to pick up multiple passengers more effectively and efficiently, and then make a lot more money because they can only hold like 30 passengers, but still pretty damn speedy buses. So they should be pretty good to pick up people where they need to go. I'm going to go ahead and add some additional bus stops then. So we're going to go for the small ones that they had us put down before. So, oh, I don't know if we can do this. And I don't know if I can move these while the bus is parked there. Let's give that a shot. Hey. Oh boy. Ah, don't worry. It'll be back. We didn't sell it. There she comes. Just when you thought it was over. And we'll build another small one here. Alright, so then we'll have to hire a couple more drivers. So we need, of course, our lockers to be able to do that. Back to, is it corridor? Yeah. And we can plop down 2 more lockers for our new employees. Back to our, inbox. Little information from the local city government. Not bad. Very, very cool. All right, so they got to complete the lap on that one, and then we got to complete bus routes that connect 13% of the buildings and other things like that. Now, again, back at the world map, I've probably overlapped a lot of these, but I just wanted to go to where I thought it was the most interesting and where I've been. But of course, we're really supposed to branch out to areas that are kind of more dense and also have, like, you know, train stations. These might be train, like, service yards. They might not be connected to the public, but obviously you want to look for things like stadiums, concert halls, palaces, any sort of monuments or structures that a lot of people will go to, including things like the daily, which people will need, like grocery stores and like hospitals. People will be going there every day. Not the same people, but there'll be people there pretty much every day. So very important thing. And there you go. You see your buses moving. Where's our other one? He should be, maybe he'll start his shift the next day. I guess because he was at work while we were making this route, he won't show up in the middle of the day for half pay. So he'll start at, what, 5 a.m. tomorrow? And then we can continue to add drivers. So if I bought 2 more buses now, we could hire 1 person for Route A and 1 more person for Route B. And they'll start on the next day. Pretty cool, man. Very light start, but a very promising game for what it has started as and what it's become. Like, there's a lot of potential here, and it looks like the developers have delivered on that. And also really cool to see that they're working with the community to make more. So the fact that there's devs who are like, hey, you know, what do you guys think? What do you think we should do? What do you guys want to see? That's really cool. I want it. That must be mandatory for more games in the future. Not every game, because, you know, there'll be spoilers and stuff if they tell you what they're up to. But for builder games, yeah, why not tell us what you're thinking about adding to the game, what you'd like to, you know, maybe add, and ask us if you think it would be cool, because then developers can add that for free. Modders can work with the developers to make it happen if they're going to add a mod just to the base game, and the modders totally want to do that. Or if we're getting like a DLC, where if it's going to be a paid DLC, better be the best DLC ever, so you can get the most out of it, and the developers, you know, make some sales, make some more money, and they can make some more games. That's all good stuff for sure. First little look at the full release of City Bus Manager. I'm really excited for this game to come out and for many people to find it who really like city builders and other types of games that have mass transit, although this is a little different than that. I think it's a really interesting game, and I'd love to see this on the elements of trams and trucking, and many other elements could be used here, including airports, and this is a great game that I think could definitely use some other spin-offs. All right, well, I'll see you all next time. Thanks again for subbing. Thank you very much for becoming members. Thank you very much for hanging out and smashing like and just being awesome. You guys are the best community on YouTube, so thank you very much for making it stay that way. I really appreciate your guys' time, and thank you for watching. Take care, and goodbye.